Welcome. This video will outline the technical foundations of a holder submission of unclaimed property in the XML format and demonstrate how to most easily prepare holder data for submission using that format. There are three options for completing a holder submission. First, it is possible to make a submission for a small number of properties by filling in a series of forms online. This does not require any IT skills, but is labor-intensive and is not recommended for anyone other than the occasional small amount of property holders. Second, a properly formatted and populated spreadsheet is another option. This format does require some IT skills, but is prone to data entry errors, particularly for larger data sets of unclaimed property. The third and best option for making a holder submission is using the XML format. XML has a number of advantages over the other two options. It is a highly adopted standard for moving data between systems. Most databases can easily export data to XML, and in many cases one can build scripts to automate the process. Secondly, it is structured and readable, making it much easier to spot and fix any errors or other data issues. Thirdly, data can be almost completely validated automatically, which reduces the likelihood that a submission needs to be redone or fixed up after submission. What then is XML? XML stands for Extensible Markup Language, which is a way to structure data for use by computers. It is used often to transfer data between computers and is also widely used in browsers to transmit data for display on web pages. It has a broad range of features. For our purposes, it is sufficient to only understand a few. First, in XML, data is placed between tags, which describe the data between them. We can define tag names ourselves, and as such, can customize an XML file to whatever area we are dealing with. Second, we can nest tags within tags to track information about something or manage data that belongs together in a logical way. For example, in the case of tracking information about a book, we can create tags for the title, author, publisher, etc. Note that we can continue to nest further within tags. For example, we could have broken up the author tag with subtags for author first and last name. Going back to unclaimed property holder submissions, we have created an XML tag structure with which data can be sent to our online filing system. It contains a root tag with 3 subtags within it, which in turn contain all the data we need for reporting. Here is the section of an XML file which contains all the data we require that a holder provide about itself, placed between the holder type business opening and closing tags. Data about the property and owners being reported is organized in a similar manner. We provide a sample XML file on our website. Take some time to open and explore this document to gain a better sense of how an XML file is put together. The file should readily open in your browser. Go to the Resources for Property Holder page on our website and then click on the sample XML file. It should look like this in your browser. Now that you have some familiarity with what XML is and how it is put together, you will of course ask, well, how do I create such an XML file? The answer is likely simpler than it may appear. Many organizations now store the data needed to make a holder submission in a database of some sort. Given the prevalent use of XML, chances are that your database has functionality to export data to XML without too much difficulty. So rather than asking your IT person for a spreadsheet with all the required data, it is much better and easier to engage your IT person directly in the creation of the submission document. In many cases, your IT person will have familiarity with XML already and may be in a position to extract the data from your database in XML format. In order to do this successfully, it will be necessary to map the data fields of the database to the tags of the XML file to be produced. Your IT person will need a copy of our XML schema definition, or XSD file, which sets out the names of the tags to be used in the export XML file. The XSD file is available on the Unclaimed Property website at the indicated link. We want to encourage you to choose XML as your holder submission solution, and we are here to help you with this. If your IT staff have questions or require guidance or help, please reach out to our team. We are ready and very willing to assist you with suggested workflows, scripts, etc. If we can help you succeed, it is a win-win. Your reporting process will be easier to manage, and we will have better data and easier processing on our end. Finally, here are some resources to which you may want to point your IT staff as a first step. Please also check our website Holder Resources page, where we will continue to add more technical content useful to holders.